Hi, this is Thomas Blug, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the BluGuitar cabinets. They are on the market for a while and there's some experience with the cabinets. Well, Jennifer Batten likes the NANOCAB because it's so compact and small, and actually it has the kind of tone that she's looking for. It's a bit focused, it's rich, it's big, and it's so lightweight. It's everything she likes about in a cabinet. For myself, I'm still a fan of the FATCAB, but I have to admit I'm allowed to play quite loud, and I'm a 4x12 cabinet sound lover. And yeah, I've been touring with this cabinet for the last years, and I'm still super happy with it. I can use this cabinet when I have my amp 1 with a master setting up to 6 or even 7. And this is quite loud. But if I dial in more master volume, I will not get any more volume. It's just more energy from the amp into the speaker, and the speaker doesn't produce more volume. I've been playing on super big stages with super loud drummers, and I found out maybe it's good to have 2 cabinets, because then I'm totally safe. I have 60 watt each cabinet. Together it makes 120 watts, and in the combination with amp 1, it's absolutely super safe. I can go even up to 10. And the volume is more, because I got 2 speakers and I can use all the power from the amp. And suddenly I discovered that I even enjoyed the tone a lot. I was actually mixing my beloved FATCAB with the NANOCAB. Why is the sound so great? Because each cabinet has its own character, and they actually do blend very well. Let me first show you the character of the NANOCAB again. So, some clean tones. And some overdrive. Yeah, that's the little NANOCAB. Now I would like to switch for the FATCAB. First overdrive. And now some clean tones. So they are both great, and now I'd like to combine both. Let's hear the FATCAB and the NANOCAB. So this is the 2 cabinets at once. And now with overdrive. Yeah, there's some magic about this. And once I had this kind of setup, I started to experiment with where to place the cabinets. I started with both behind me, and then my sound guy started yelling at me, "Hey, you are way too loud." So I put one on the side, and I discovered that I actually had a huge field that I could walk around with a similar sound. Very nice and balanced everywhere I was on stage. Then the singer was complaining, and then I started to bring the NANOCAB more from the front of the stage backwards. and I had also a very, very balanced sound. So there's many options with the two cabinets, and you can fine-tune so you have the best tone on big stages and a lot of headroom. So this was a killer experience for myself. You can actually combine even two NANOCABs or two FATCABs, and yeah, it's nice to experiment with it, and it's nice to hear what it does for your tone. I make a little thing that I was experimenting is having two of the same cabinets side by side, which is simulating a 2x12 cabinet. And I found something interesting. If both are actually in line, they sound different if one is slightly angled, like 8 degrees, 8 or 10 degrees. So I grab another NANOCAB and I have both connected. Here we are, two NANOCABs straight in line, like 2x12. Yeah, quite nice. But now, let's see how it sounds if it's slightly angled. I will just do a little trill on the bass, or... Well, something is happening here. For me personally, I like this best. There's less interference, whatever it is, and you can still experiment with your choice. But that's a nice little hint. Experiment with the angle of two cabinets. Then I found another mystery thing many people do. They put their cabinet on a chair to have it higher so they can hear themselves a bit better. Well, you should know something happens. First, you lose a lot of bass, and this sounds like this. Now the cabinet on the chair. There's a lot more mids and there's no bass. Well, actually you would hear yourself much better because it's closer to the height of your ears, but I'm missing all that nice bass. Back to this. You could actually slant it a little bit like this. So now you get a little bit more of the direct signal to your ears if you like that. Well, that's one option, but I think there is another nice option which a friend of mine, Hovi, did. It's called the DFlex. The DFlex is a thing that actually makes the sound very spread in any direction, upwards, sideways, and it has a very nice effect. Here's a little video with Hovi. So now we are here with Hovi. He's the inventor and the creator of DFlex. DFlex is a very special system that I use for my 1x12 cabinets to get well, a few effects. One effect is no beam, a beam blocker, and the second is actually more volume because the sound is more focused towards the direction where I'm standing on stage, and there's a bigger area where I can have the best tone for myself. So maybe you can explain a little bit about your first idea about DFlex.
About the DFlex, yeah. Yeah, the thing was that I'm a hobby guitarist, and the thing was for me that I hate this shrill beam.
Yeah.
Because normally I'm used to sit in the audience, and when I hear this shrill guitar sound, I really hate it.
Yeah.
So I move away. And the second thing was when people came to me with their guitar problems, they told me I can tune myself.
Yeah.
And so in the beginning I made some kind of research in the web and looked for things that I can buy. But it turned out that every product has this phase cancellation problem.
Yeah.
And so at the beginning I invented some kind of beam blocker, and then I saw that there are some more effects that you can really use and which make that you can hear on stage yourself better. And so we experimented with different shapes, and finally with this special shape, now it turns out that the sound is spread like a sphere.
Yeah.
And you can go everywhere on stage and you have always the same sound like on the sweet spot.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that too, and I used your product for many years already. And what I like about it is exactly that kind of phenomena. I put the DFlex in front of my 1x12 cabinet. First, I save the ears of the first row in the audience, and my sound, my front of house guy loves it too. Second is I can move around on stage much better, having the same sound, and it's not only one sweet spot there. And actually, for me, I increased the volume. And using only one cabinet, it's more volume and it's more space where I can hear myself better. So that's great. Maybe I show you. This is one of my cabinets here, and it's called a NANOCAB. It's a very compact cabinet, 1x12, and I actually have something to block the beam already here, but it's just a little bit. You know, I mean, it's not. It would never be like a DFlex, but it helps already. Not to have too much beaming by itself. So it's a little bit some kind of wood bars here. But now when I use it together with the DFlex, it looks like this. The DFlex, as you can see, is a handy thing that you can put in your car, and it has this kind of thing that slides underneath the cabinet, and here's the rest, and it's totally safe. And now the direction of the speaker gives the energy towards the DFlex, and the DFlex makes it like a ball, like a 330 degrees. So it's like everywhere. You can even hear yourself behind it, behind the cabinet, because there's some reflection here. And the good thing is in the straight direction there's not too much signal and it's not too harsh. So that helps a lot. And the other thing is, if you're a tall guy, not like me, but maybe like Ruby, it helps a lot, because usually the cabinet always goes, you know, to your knees and your legs, so, and where your ears are much higher. So it does a lot of good things, and for me personally, it's a super tool. It's something, you know, if you play on stage, you have certain rooms. They are so hard to get a good tone, and there's not many tools you can do. I don't like to put cabinets on chairs because you lose all the low end.
That's it.
Yeah. And I want this bass coupling effect, having my cabinet on the floor.
On the floor, that's it.
Yeah. And you know, so that's not a choice. And the only thing actually I can do, I could move the cabinet, but hey, it's best if it's put straight on the floor, and that's the best connection. And the only tool that there is the DFlex. Yeah. And so I'm very, very happy you invented the DFlex, and it's a great tool, and especially if you have delicate situations with crazy acoustics. For me, the DFlex is a good tool to use.
Yeah, that's it. Well said.
Yeah, these cabinets actually sound very nice also with some other amplifiers. Fancy a Lunchbox amp. Yeah, another nice combination. A Lunchbox amp and a NANOCAB. Another great combination is the FATCAB and a Fender Bassman. I want to show you the quality of my speakers. One of the main features of the speaker is that it has a consistent sound at any volume level, which means at high volume, at medium volume, and even at low volume. We all want to play and want to have a nice tone on stage, but we also want to have the same great tone at home when we do practice or whatever, and we have to be very quiet. So here's what I do. I will play something. My amp is now like on 3, and then I will dial it in lower and at a very, very low setting, so you can hear how the sound changes or not. So here is low stage volume. Now it's a lot lower. And this is bedroom volume. Yeah, you can hear the sound is very, very consistent. I can have clarity and all kind of overdrive, and it's not harsh, it's not changing the tone. And this is the quality of my own designed BluGuitar speakers used in these cabinets. So enjoy the cabinets and try to experiment for your tone. Also, you can combine these cabinets to make a wet, dry, wet system. You have a dry signal in the middle, and you have the two effects in stereo. And you have 3 cabinets, and you are still mega compact, very easy with these cabinets. This is the wet, dry, wet system. In the middle I have amp 1 and a FATCAB. I have an amp 1 and a NANOCAB for the left side, and amp 1 and a NANOCAB for the right side. So here it goes.